Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Justin Daniel Finance. If you're new here, this is a show that's all about the stock market. I love talking about price action on stocks. I love talking about news that's happening on certain stocks, and I love going in depth on particular companies that I think are good companies. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, and it's not something that I typically do, but today I initiated a new position after taking some gains in a couple of other positions that I closed out, and I rolled it into what's essentially, a meme stock or a short squeeze play. Again, this is not something I typically do, but I've done it before, and when I see all the craziness going on with these huge returns on AMC and some of the others, I figured why not? It'd be fun to give it a little bit of a try. I didn't roll a huge amount of money into it, but what I kind of thought was, it's just a lot of fun going out there, and this is more of a gamble, but if it's one of these type of situations that absolutely does go to the moon, then that'll be great. And if it's one where I end up being a bag holder and taking a 50% haircut, because I'm not going to put a stop loss on it, I'm just going to put this money out there and see what happens. I'm going to tell you all about it, and I would love it for anyone out there if you wouldn't mind leaving some comments about what do you think about meme stocks, about short squeeze plays. Do you think the company that I'm going to talk about today is a good one that you're interested in, or is there a better one, or in your opinion, one that you're looking at that you think might be a better play? And again, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I'm more of a long-term investor. I like to get good companies that I plan on holding for several years. My biggest position is PaySafe. I got a big position in Palantir. I got a big position in Desktop Metals, a 3D printing company, and some others. But again, this is going to be kind of fun. So this is new for me, at least in terms of this channel and talking about it here. But let's have some fun with it, everybody. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor of smashing the like button, hitting the subscribe, definitely love to grow the subscriber list so I can continue growing the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. Okay, first let's talk a little bit about the price action. The Bitcoin mining stocks were up today. So I closed out CleanSpark. That was one of the two that I mentioned. I closed that out when it was up 12%, over 12%. So a good day. I was nicely in the green on it at that point and thought, hey, this might be a nice time to take some profits. And then also Marathon Digital Holdings is the other Bitcoin mining stock I still own, was up over 10% today. Although I'm still in the red because, I flipped that stock about 3 times. Again, even though I say I'm a long-term investor, which I am, there's ones that I do like to swing trade, some that I like to have the momentum trades. This was one that I played 3 different times, cashed out, bought back in again, and I'm still sitting in the red on this one, unfortunately, but it had a nice little climb up today. And I think that whenever this one gets into the green again, then I'm probably going to cash that out and roll it into something different. It was kind of interesting to see it up so much today, though, with all the negative kind of stuff going on with Bitcoin, or at least the decline in the price from its all-time highs down to, I think it's around 36,000 right now, was above 60,000 not too long ago. I personally did own some Bitcoin, but I sold it at around 46. I think I started buying in around 17. So anyways, that's my take on Bitcoin and Ethereum were the 2 cryptos that I had. Otherwise, hadn't really been too much into the crypto space, but I bought and sold both of those. It is what it is. But for Mara, I'm going to hold it until it's in the green. But it was one of my big, winners as far as the day's gains. Also on the day's gains were the MJ stocks. We have Tilray and Kern, and those were both up, around the 7% or 6% each on the day. So a nice little day there. Don't know if there's particular news. I mean, there was, Tilray closed an acquisition fairly recently. That's why I would love to get your thoughts out there. If you're watching this video and feel like you want to comment, that would be cool. What else was going on today? GSIT, that was one that I just did a big 25-minute video on recently. It was up over 3% today, which was nice to see. I staked out just a small position in it, and have kind of been building with my kind of theory of just buying 1 share per day. And if it does turn out to be one of these companies that revolutionizes computer chip manufacturing, well, guess what? If it does get those 50, 100x returns, that would be incredible. But who knows, if that'll happen. So I'm just kind of slowly building that position. My bigger holdings, Palantir, PaySafe, and DM, they're all down today, unfortunately. For Desktop Metals, it was down enough where I did go ahead and buy some more because this is a high conviction holding for me. So I like to distinguish between those which I have high conviction. Not only do you avoid the long-term capital gains if you hold them, but moreover, you can sleep better at night. But Vivo's was up, so that was kind of cool to see. It was up over 5%. And this is another one that I did a video, an in-depth video on. They're a company that's making a product that can help cure sleep apnea. And I did a video on that. If you're interested in it, take a look. After I did the video, the stock has just been going down. So, apologies to anyone if you bought right after watching the video, but I do think this is a good long-term hold. This is one that I was identifying as potentially being a 10-bagger over the years, but it has been declining. I've been averaging down a little bit with those, but nice to see it up today, and I hope that uptrend continues with this particular stock. Okay, so like I hinted at the beginning of this video, I liquidated 2 positions. I liquidated CleanSpark today, as I already mentioned, and then I also liquidated CuriosityStream. And CuriosityStream is a good company, no problem with the company. I think it's going to have more upside, but I just wanted to go ahead and lock in those gains. And the company that I rolled it over into is ticker symbol BBIG, and that's Vinco Ventures. And if you're not familiar with it, this has been getting a lot of attention out there in the Reddit community, in the Twitter community, for these traders as kind of a meme stock or a short squeeze play. So I thought, hey, why not? I've seen it. In fact, I jumped in and I think it was up like 20% on the day at one point. Ended up closing, lower than that, but it still closed in the green for the day. But here's what's going on with this company. This is a digital marketing company that recently did an acquisition of a company that's a competitor of TikTok. And I'm sure everyone knows about TikTok. So this particular company is a competitor. And there's going to be, from my understanding, a valuation of this company coming soon, probably Friday, June 11th of this week. And so the cool thing about this is, the market is basically valuing this at about 70 million for this acquisition. But from what I've read on the, the different due diligence out there, and I haven't done a lot of my own due diligence, and let me just give the disclaimer, everyone out there should always do your own due diligence, which, I'm admitting I really didn't do much of it because this one is more of just kind of a fun play, kind of a gamble to see if we can hit a short squeeze that takes off to the moon. I'll admit that. But, as I'm presenting this video to everyone out there, always understand that I'm not an advisor. Always understand that you always want to have your own risk reward tolerance and know what you're getting into and due diligence or what you feel comfortable with. But with that said, I did not do any of my own due diligence really on this. I just kind of am jumping on the bandwagon. I'm admitting it. It's a gamble, hoping for some fun, but here's what's going on. The thread that I read basically was saying that they think the valuation of this company is worth way more than the 70 million. And when that gets released, the hope is that the stock is really going to soar. But it's not just on the, the valuation. It's the fact that a lot of these short squeeze targets basically have a low float and they have a big short interest. And apparently that's the case with this here. Again, I can't confirm with my own due diligence. I haven't done it. I just bought this today. I'm doing this video right now. I'm going to obviously look in more. And if I do think that everything adds up, I might, even buy more of this. But again, I put in a small amount, just hoping to see if this one takes off with the short squeeze. And that's where I'm coming from with this. It's heavily shorted. There's a short flow. There's a potential catalyst coming up. And you just have the traders out here. I'm not going to name any names, but if you look on Twitter and if you look on Reddit and all those things, you'll see people talking about it. You'll get a sense for the kind of traders and, people that I follow and observe. And, I hope that we hit one of these AMC kind of deals, one of the GameStop kind of deals. I don't know. And look, I'm just going to play it day by day. If it goes up 50%, I might look at selling. If it goes up 100%, I might look at selling. If it goes down, I'm just going to let it ride because, like I say, I didn't invest too much, so I'm not too worried about it. But I might just let it ride and see that if it feels like it has a lot of momentum and might be one of those ones that continues to feel the pressure of a short squeeze and really continue to go up, it could be one of those ones that really fun to watch explode. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's where I wanted to update everyone on today. So again, this is Justin Daniel Finance. Subscribe to the channel. Please go ahead and click that subscribe. You can either hit the notifications or not hit the notifications, but if you subscribe and you like the videos, then you help the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate that. Really like everyone out there watching this and the interactions that I've had so far with people, a lot of good people out there, and I hope to continue growing it because I just have so much fun watching the stock market and talking about the stock market. So thanks so much for watching through to the end. I hope everyone out there has a great rest of your day. And until next time, this is Justin Daniel Finance, and take care.